Alright, so demolition day 2. Let's have a look what I've done. So, okay, there you go. Better focus now. So yeah, the bathroom's gone. The rest of the kitchen is gone. They've removed the top layer of hardwood. Yeah, there's another one. Should be another one underneath it. Or it might be just plywood. We'll see. Let's lift it up. And yeah, the rest of it is opened up. Got the bathroom in here. The chimney that still needs to be demolished. And yeah, that's the rest of the hallway right here. And that's the wall that's gonna go all the way across. And yeah, the floor still need to go. And yeah, he removed the opening, so now, yeah, that's where the door used to be. He removed the framing here. This one is still, so the actual door, there is framing for it, right? So usually for a door you have the two 2x4s together, and then the door goes inside. So they made extra framing to close it off to support the drywall that goes on top. So we're just gonna take all of this out up to here. So two 2x4s on this side, two 2x4s on that side, and that's gonna be a door right there. No point in doing any other changes to it, trying to move the door or any of that kind of stuff. We'll work with what we have, and yeah, the rest of it. So yeah, that's the main, seems to be the load-bearing wall, same as downstairs. That's the center of the house here, that holds off the rest of it. Let's have a look downstairs. I'm gonna just go around. So yeah, that wall is now gone. Oh yeah, that wall was gone already. The rest of this here still pretty much intact. Yeah, we're all still. Downstairs is gonna be next week. Couple doors off, but that's about it. And the ceiling. So they had some insulation in the ceilings, but we're gonna be putting the full soundproofing with the resilient channel. So the soundproofing is filling up the space, so there's no air transfer of air that transfers the sound a lot louder than the soundproofing would. Then there's a resilient channel that goes on top of here that basically removes any vibrations from the stud. So as people walk and hit the stud itself, it creates vibrations as well. So that takes the vibrations off, and same goes from the other side. So as you talk, it hits that and vibrates only that, not the actual studs. So they're not gonna hear you as much, if at all, upstairs when you're talking downstairs. And then we have the full fireproof 5/8 drywall that will also is a lot thicker, so you're not gonna hear as much. Yeah, most of the ceiling here is out. Those are the vents for the forced air. We're gonna remove that. We're moving to water-based radiant heat, so baseboard heaters that would go for the most part right next to the windows. So you put one for each, and then it goes through the walls, back circulating into the furnace to heat up the space. We're gonna put insulation alongside all the concrete. This subfloor is gonna be gone, so they bumped it up. I don't know if it's for insulation or just for the sewer pipe or what they were thinking. We'll know more once we have the actual floor here gone. But I'm gonna be buying the foam-based subfloor that goes on top, so that adds about an inch and a half, but it insulates it from the concrete underneath, from the moisture and the cold and lets you put the full laminate flooring in here and not worry about mold or cold floors in here. Yeah, this one is interesting. There's one big hole in the vent. Yeah. And the chimney will be gone. And that goes all the way to the roof, so we'll have to remove the top first and start breaking it apart. Close off the roof where the chimney used to be. And yeah, reshingle the whole thing, so. Alright. Back upstairs. Need to do some extra measuring, so I went to Kent yesterday to do a design for the kitchen. For the most part, it looks like it's going to be starting right here, going across, so somewhere about there. The door is going to be gone. So the kitchen is going to start somewhere about here and go all the way L shape. It's a 9 by 8 feet. Full set of appliances. Washer dryer are going into the back of the bathroom, so all we have to fit in here is the dishwasher, stove, fridge, and microwave range, and the rest should be fine. And yeah, that's about it for now. Next week is gonna be basically the continuation of the demolition. I got someone booked to remove the oil tank. I don't know if you can see it from here. Let's open the door here. Let's see. So yeah, that's the oil tank. We're getting rid of the oil. So I've got a guy to remove the oil tank altogether. This deck here inside door, they're all going to be gone, which actually will free up the space here. So it actually covers some part of the window. So it will bring a lot more light to the window there and gives us the space in here to actually, oh, there's a piece in there, and will give us the space we need for the dining area in here. Yeah, so that's a newer window actually. So on all windows you can actually see when was it manufactured. So right there, I don't know if you guys can see, there's some text in there. It says IGMAC City, so IGMAC City Thermal Pane 2006. So yeah, all windows should have a year on them. If you ever need to figure out how old your windows are, you can just have a look. I doubt those have them, simply because they don't have anything inside, but all the 2-panel ones, 3-panel ones, so they have the year inside. So those are all, this one is 2006 and that's an insert, so that's the actual framing. So let's see if I can, yeah, so that's the framing for the window, that's the old window, and then they bought an insert that goes inside of it. So that the new window is going to be actually a lot wider than the existing one. It's going to be all the way up to here where the old framing is. And considering that today they're vinyl, it's going to be probably even all the way up to here. That's going to be the window. It's going to be extra couple of inches. Similar, very similar to here. So you can see that that's where the window is. That's some extra. Let's see. Come on, give me some light. Okay, so that's the window right there. There's some insulation. That's just an extra panel. Because the windows themselves are usually not going all the way to the 2x4. They're a little bit of inside, so you actually have to patch them a bit out so they actually go all the way to the drywall. So this usually comes off. That's not even a part of the window. That's an extra built on top of it. And that's the actual window. They actually shimmed it, so that's where the framing goes. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so that's the framing. That's a shim. So they basically made it smaller. So they bought a window and the window was too small for the opening, so they just made the opening a bit smaller to fit the window better. Very common And actually, let's see, there was another window in here, I think. Yeah, that's the one at the back. So that's another window that they actually changed. And this one says 95. Yeah, 1995. Yeah, the original windows are from about 54 years ago. I doubt they were actually changed since then. And yeah, that's used to be a closet in here, but we'll see if we'll just do the same idea. It's quite a big closet in here, very wide, but it will make the room a lot smaller, so we might just do a smaller closet. And that's about it. Same goes for the other room. The other room used to go up to about here, so that's the part of the wall that used to exist, and that's where the floor changes. And yeah, so that they patched up the floor in there. They were unable to go all the way, so if you look here, so that's where the wall ended. So there was a little bit of a patch on top of that, an extra 2x4s, about that extra, that we can go all the way to the end of the wall to make to build up the room. They just had the vent in there, so they were unable to go the right size. Yeah, I took a picture of it last time, but I didn't actually post it. And yeah, like most windows, this one has been leaking over the years, and I mean it's definitely, like, I mean it's a 50-year-old window. It's been leaking, so we might have to replace the wood in here. We're putting new insulation anyways, so that's all good. And yeah, lots of work. I'll probably post again towards the end of the week. It's not a whole point of posting every single day, going in and showing you guys step by step. Also, it depends on how I do with the house, how often I actually show up. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you guys are interested in knowing any specifics, have any questions, or I don't know, suggestions or anything else. Let me know in the comments, or just give me a call if you know me, and we'll talk. Bye.